Hello everyone, my name is Jordan, also known as Scraps, and today I'm going to teach you guys on pretty much a pad today. It's a very different pad from what I'm used to, meaning that I use like the tune saws and they create that rich environment. But this pad, it's a accordion pad, and so it kind of, when played, well, I guess I'll just let the demo example speak for itself. So take a listen and I'll show you how to create this amazing pad. Okay, in order to create this pad, I'm going to make a combinator, and inside this combinator, I'm going to throw in a blank instance of Thor and open it up. We do not need to mess with any of the BPM settings or the click or the preference or any of that sort. For the first oscillator, I'm going to take this to a multi-oscillator. I'm then going to pitch it up an octave and take the semitone to 2. And for the detune mode, the detune mode, I'm going to change it to a fifth up. And for the amount of this, I'm going to change it to 32. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is assign my second oscillator to the first filter. And I want to assign my third oscillator, even though we haven't picked it yet, to our second filter. I'm going to mess with the filters last. The second oscillator we need to have as an analog. We need to have it at square and set it to 64, which is about the middle. Okay, one of the things that I want to do right off the bat is I want to go over to our amp envelope. I'm going to throw up the decay at least to 13.4 seconds and leave the sustain where it is. At the release marker, we're going to set it to 761, and the attack, we're going to set that about 274. So when we play something, it's going to ring out a lot longer, but it will take the attack to start to kick in and release the volume. The third oscillator, we're going to need to have this as an FM pair. A phase modular. So for this and our second oscillator, we need to go to our detune and pitch it up to 2. 1, 2. Okay, so for our phase mod, we're gonna change the FM to 64. We're going to pitch it up an octave, and we're gonna set our first one to square and our second waveform to the rising. It's like a modulation 5. It looks like just like a rising saw, and then it cuts off. So for our filter, we're going to change this, we're going to change this to a comb filter. I want to take the frequency all the way down and switch it to a negative comb. And make sure that this is selected so that way it gets put out. That the third oscillator goes through the filter and it gets out towards the signal. I'm going to take the gain back to about 14.1, and that should do it for the synth. So if you feel like making any accordion sounds, that's how to do it. Now, if you want to give it a little bit more of that extra oomph, I just throw on the echo and give it a preset known as Psychodelirium. But the problem with the Psychodelirium patch is that it has the feedback turned up way past to where it should be, so it just rings forever and never stops. So once my computer loads up, yeah. So I'm gonna go into my Reason Factory Sound Bank. I'm gonna go in the echo. It's gonna be general delay, and it should be Psychodelirium. I want to take back the feedback to about 58%, and I'm gonna throw on an EQ, an M-class EQ. Throw on low cut, turn on P1 and P2. I'm gonna search for frequencies that are and or high shelf. Don't forget to turn that on, but I'm gonna search for frequencies that do not belong in our sound. So basically I'm gonna turn up the gain and the Q all the way, so that way when I sweep through the frequency, we'll start to notice a difference, and we'll just take those out by reversing the gain. So that's a bad one. Let's find another one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the high shelf to about 5.1 and turn up the Q all the way. So we get a little bit more harmonics. Next, what I'm going to do is throw on an M-class maximizer, put release to auto, take it off limiter, turn on soft clip, and take the amount to 127. So there you go. You have your very own accordion pad. Thanks for watching, and in the next tutorial, I will show you how to create a very rigid, crazy sub bass. Not sub bass, but a bass. So thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.